Hey everybody, this is Summer, lactation consultant here with Done Naturally. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm in my office. You'll see one of my bellies behind me, some of my favorite books. This is where I do my telework. So let's get started. Today we are talking about antenatal expression. What is it? What does it do? And what does it not do? Antenatal expression is when you express colostrum during your pregnancy, before the baby is born. This is usually best done with your hand. Hand expression is super easy, quick to learn, and saves every little drop of colostrum. If you're pumping, a lot of those small amounts, those 1 ml, half ml, can get lost in the pump parts. Hand expression, you save every little drop. If you don't know how to hand express, certainly watch my video on hand expression or check out Stanford's video on expression as well. So this harvesting of colostrum, some people call it, expressing colostrum before the baby is born. Why? Well, it can be helpful if someone needs to supplement the baby in those first few days. And there might be a reason that the baby can't latch on. There might be a baby who's frustrated, baby is too sleepy, and we still need to feed the baby. And it's a way to avoid formula supplementation if we have some colostrum that was collected during pregnancy. Now, a lot of times this can be helpful for people who have some risk factors, let's say insulin-dependent diabetes, gestational diabetes. Those babies can have trouble with blood sugars and might need supplementation sooner. Talk about my late preterm babies, those babies that are born under 38 weeks. Sometimes you don't know, but if around 37 weeks you start expressing colostrum, you can pop that in the freezer and save it. And if you have an early term baby, that can help. People may ask, when do you start? Well, most recommendations are around 37 weeks. Certainly discuss that with your physician, but it's not usually recommended before that, and any time after that, you can. And we're talking about teeny tiny volume. If you collect 1 ml, if you collect 5 ml, that's wonderful. That's going to be packed with all sorts of goodies for the baby. They make containers where you can store that colostrum. You can pop it in the freezer just like normal, defrost it, use like you would, and supplement that baby. What does it not do? Antenatal expression does not increase milk supply. I don't know why that's going around. People are thinking, oh, if I start expressing colostrum at 36 or 37 weeks, it's going to increase how much milk I make when baby's here. Be totally wrong. I'm going to explain why. So colostrum is a given. Colostrum is hormonal. Any woman that is pregnant has to make colostrum. That's just the way that it is. That colostrum is made somewhere between 16 and 24 weeks. That's when we start having colostrum in our breasts. And it could be expressed. Sometimes it's cool to teach someone how to hand express during pregnancy. We could even be 26 weeks along, just to see that something comes out, not to start antenatal expression at that time. Again, 37 weeks is the typical time that you would start antenatal expression. Do you have to do antenatal expression? No, not at all. Okay, so back to why it doesn't increase milk supply. Once the baby is born, the placenta pops off. Not quite pops, but detaches from the uterus. Inside that placenta is a ton of progesterone. And that hormone, when it comes off the mother's body, that hormone in her body plummets, like major drop in that hormone. That drop in progesterone is what triggers the body to know to make mature milk. Once we're in that phase, it's milk removal that triggers more milk making in a higher volume. So when we're in the hormone part of it during pregnancy and in those first couple of days, milk removal has nothing really to do with it. It's the drop in that hormone that triggers more milk making. So whether or not a mother is expressing during pregnancy has absolutely nothing to do with how much milk she's going to make later. So keep that in mind. It's not going to change how much milk you make. It's not going to run out. Some people think, oh my gosh, if I'm hand expressing at 38 weeks, is the baby gonna have any? Will I be empty? No, colostrum is going to continue to be made. This is why women can breastfeed through a pregnancy. Those toddlers that are breastfeeding are getting a second dose of colostrum. They don't run out of colostrum. And then the placenta detaches and it changes from colostrum to mature milk. So antenatal expression is expressing during pregnancy before the baby is born. It can be used for supplementation in those first few days when you might have a baby who's not interested in breastfeeding and we need to give food to this baby. Ta-da, there's milk that we used. Do you have to? No. Can everything go okay if you don't do that? Absolutely. Does it increase milk supply? No. Nothing to do with that. Purely hormones during pregnancy. Drop of hormone triggers milk making. And that's when we get into more milk removal creates more milk. Has nothing to do with during the pregnancy. Does that help? I hope so, because it sure is running around that if you antenatally express, you're going to make more milk. There's a caveat there I just thought of. It can increase maternal confidence. So antenatally expressing, learning how to manipulate your own breasts and get milk out and see it can boost a mother's confidence that her body works. And that is really powerful in the postpartum period. Is that going to directly impact how much milk she makes? No, but it absolutely impacts how she feels about it, how she feels about breastfeeding, pumping, and providing for her baby. So that is important. Can you still get that if you don't antenatally express? Yes, but some points to think about for sure. I hope you enjoyed. Check out my YouTube channel, subscribe, and I will see you guys another time. See you later.